Tom Bjornson back on location at Town Hyundai, and I'm speaking with Mike Lindstrom, Internet Sales Manager here at Town. Mike, welcome.
Tom, thanks for having me.
Good to have you on the show again. Well, thanks for having us out. I appreciate it.
Not a problem.
Now, last week we talked about how the Internet sales experience for the car buyer is changing. And this week, I wanted to talk to you about how a person can protect themselves when they're out on the Internet shopping, and you know, how to have a good experience, because, well, let's face it, there have been some very, very bad experiences people have had out there.
Absolutely, I hear it every day.
Yeah.
You know, some of the biggest things to look out for is reputation management. You want to take a look at these dealers' reputations when you're out there on the Internet looking for a car. One of the big things you can do is check out eBay Motors, for instance. Dealerships, even individual sellers, will all have ratings. And those ratings are about as true to life as they'll get, because
Sure.
the rating does not occur until after the customer has received the product, such as the car. But, you know, I sold a car recently to a customer in Paris. And shipped it to them internationally, and it's quite an undertaking to be in a completely other country and trust a dealership to do the right thing. And that's something that I've always prided myself on, is, you know, I treat people the way I would want to be treated, and you know, it shows in our reputation online, all of our reviews.
Recently, I was listening to a radio report about things to watch for when buying a car online, and you know, if the dealer writes you back and says, can you pay for it now to keep the price and everything else? I mean, what are some of the things that people can protect themselves against? Because that particular experience, the person innocently sent them the money, and obviously they never saw the car, nor did they see their money back.
You know, what's funny, Tom, about the whole situation is, you know, primarily, if you have a good experience online, you'll tell a few people. You have a bad experience online, you're going to tell everybody. So we tend to hear the bad stories. To be perfectly honest with you, the majority of shoppers out there are very satisfied with their online purchase. In the rare instance that you think you might be being taken advantage of, there are a few things you can look out for. One of those things I would tell you to do is to have the salesperson take a walk-around video of the car.
Oh, that's interesting.
In today's world, as far as car buying is concerned, and as far as selling a car is concerned, every salesperson here at our dealership has an iPhone or a smartphone. They can go out, take videos and photos of the car, and send it within a matter of minutes to the customer. So it's real time. It's you know, something that this business is needed, and it really helps make the customer feel more satisfied with the car that they're potentially buying. Another thing that you can ask for is photos. We can literally send 25 photos in a matter of a few minutes directly to an email inbox. And so, you know, you can request specific photos of door jams or trunk photos or engine photos. So those are all things that you want to request. Another thing that you can always ask your salesperson to do is to, you know, be upfront and just be honest with you. And you know, as a salesperson, when I have a customer tell me, look, all I'm looking for is honesty, I know that they're just worried about being taken advantage of, and that makes me double and triple check everything to make sure that everything is actually on par with what I'm telling them. So it is important to just be honest with your salesperson, because we'll be honest with you right back.
Carfax.
Yes.
What do you think about that?
I think everyone should use Carfox. Everybody should use Carfax.
Right.
You know, the reason for Carfax is to protect the consumer and to protect the dealer.
Sure.
You know, I actually this week had a customer who traded a car in, and when looking at the car, it looked fine. Had some high mileage on it. I pulled the Carfax on it and found out that it was in a rollover accident and had frame damage, and the customer had no idea. It happened before they bought the car.
Wow.
And I asked them, did you buy it from a dealer or a private seller? And they said a private seller. So even if you're buying a car from a private seller, and a dealership like ourselves are not going to earn your business, we really highly recommend pulling that Carfax, because you'll have nothing to lose except for $20. If the car checks out, it's worth it.
Sure.
Every dealership that you know, I've ever been in contact with, every dealership that I've ever worked for, has always provided a free Carfax report to every single customer. And any dealer who's telling you that they're not going to provide a free Carfax report, run. There's no cost really involved per report. We pay a flat monthly fee to Carfax, and what's nice about it is you can get your free report instantly. We even prepare our instant reports right on eBay for our customers to click. They don't even have to ask us for it. It's right there.
You know, one of the things that I find interesting is you sold a vehicle to a person in Paris and transported the vehicle to them. Say somebody maybe sees this clip on eBay, or I'm sorry, on YouTube.
Sure.
And they want to buy a car in another state. Can you ship a car across state lines?
Absolutely. We can even give you a quote in a matter of 5 minutes to let you know how much your shipping is going to be.
Yeah, interesting.
It is very interesting, and you know, it's changing how people buy cars.
Yeah, yeah.
What's really interesting too about shipping, to go into that for you, is every company, a lot of people are nervous as it is about finding the dealership that they can trust. But then you're talking about a shipping company that you know, you've never dealt with before, and you don't know what their situation is or what their reviews are like. Every shipping company has a website, reviews. eBay actually sponsors several shipping companies that they trust and shows their reviews and their user ratings. So if you're going to buy a car on a website like Cars.com, AutoTrader, eBay, or maybe you're just going to contact a dealer that you've heard of and you want to arrange shipment, always make sure that you request reviews from the shipping company that they either use, or do your own homework and grab the shipping company that you feel most confident with. You don't have to go through the shipping company that the dealership uses.
You know, I think it's important in closing to say that you guys here at the Town Automotive Group have been in the top 5 on eBay Motors many times nationwide. Isn't that true?
It is true, and it's no thanks to me. It's actually a huge thanks to Tony Daly, who has totally revolutionized eBay and works around the clock to make sure that you know, every eBay customer is being taken care of. I do assist him with it, but he is really the brains behind the whole operation. The other thing that you have to also comment on, I feel like I need to comment on, is that a lot of salespeople in the business today are seeing how internet shopping is changing and how it's becoming more prominent. Believe it or not, 40% of new car buyers by 2022 will be buying their car online solely.
Wow.
And that's Generation Y that we talked about last week. So something that you need to remember as a salesperson, if you're watching, or even as a consumer, is most salespeople are actually starting to create their own websites, where salespeople like myself actually monitor the entire ownership experience of the vehicle. So, you know, when the customer needs an oil change, they're contacting the salesperson directly, not the dealership. And the salesperson is handling everything from ordering floor mats, scheduling oil changes, or even wanting a remote starter put in. So, you know, as a consumer, finding a salesperson who understands how important it is that you purchase the car through them is probably number one. Because you're not just buying a car, you're buying the salesperson, and you're buying into the dealership as well.
Mike Lindstrom, Internet Sales Manager, Town Hyundai. Thanks for being on America's Car Show.
Thank you for having me.
On location, I'm Tom Torbjornsen. This is America's Car Show.